Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makaha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Back at you with another lesson. It won't be a long lesson. It's a lesson about the CHIP and what they're doing to the prisoners, giving the prisoners an option to take the CHIP instead of the time that's given. All right, and the video can explain better. This is for educational purpose only. I'm not getting paid by this, but it's very telling on prophecies and what they roll out. They're going to roll it out as soon as possible. They're already doing like different grocery store rollouts on the CHIP, and now they're doing it to the prisoners because the prisoners are pretty much lab rats. They've been doing things on the prisoners, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and play it. You saw rolling this shit out. Esau only want to find ways to make more money, you know, find ways to manage his slaves, you know, just like Willie Lynch, the Willie Lynch letter, you know, he ain't got to break the buck no more or anything or this and that. All you got to do is put a chip in their head, CHIP in their head. Micah chapter 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. And of course, Esau got this thing, you know, criminals, these are criminals, do whatever you want to do. But most of them criminals, man, so-called criminals are a lot of them innocent, man. A lot of them in there for certain crime. But of course, don't get me wrong, there's some in there that's fucked up. All right, but it's all systematic, man. Esau's beast system got nothing but blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in there. Results of single-parent households and all this BS. Esau has done damage, and now he's going to add more damage to these people's brains. But this is ultimately prophecy. Ultimately prophecy of his angle of rolling things in. All right. He's rolling this thing in. He has multiple technologies that he's going to implement out here. All right. We'll bring be not ignorant of his devices. You know, I bring that out a lot. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right. Esau's doing his mad scientist rollout, which is they always done, and a lot of they play on people's desperation. Like they go into these think tanks and they be like, who's desperate in this society? Prisoners wanna be free. Well, let's give them this and see how that goes. All right, let's give them this opportunity, and see how they bite like a fucking rat or something, But yeah, that's pretty much, because we already got rumors of war and World War III talks and stuff like that. It's only right that this is rolling out soon after. Now we have to go through Jacob's trouble. We got to go through all this Jacob's trouble and the hour of temptation, which you're gonna be tempted to take that sea hip, man. All right, you're gonna be tempted to take, not have access to this so-called new society, the groceries and livelihood things. You're gonna be tempted, it's gonna be tempted by the whole world because everything's moving to a digital type of thing. All right, Revelation chapter 13, let's start with 16. All right, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right, and that's Esau's, or so-called manifestation of the devil on his planet. That's the number 666. All right, but his whole plan is to have a new technocracy and put sea hips in people so they can bow down to his new regime, his new so-called economic world. No, not the economic, fourth industrial revolution. All right. And he's moving it out. He's starting in the prisons. There's people out here with this shit. I've seen a brother. I did a lesson on a brother. He had the damn thing in his head. He talking about it's the future and shit like that. This is what we're facing, right? And we're seeing how it alters thoughts and alters things. This thing could potentially take over people's brains. It's actually what it was going to do. Radiation, they don't speak on that. They don't even push the radiation that was having our phones. All right, and that's going to be the curses of taking. You're going to die taking it. The Lord's not going to have mercy on anybody taking the sea hips. The Lord's going to put them to death. All right, you're going to be put to death. It's plain and simple, man. We ain't taking no sea hips, man. All right. But with that, I hope the elect was edified. I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Akaha Kodash. Pray for more endurance. Pray for more wisdom. All right. Till next time, Shalom.